Hello, my name is Michael Herrick and I am the head coach at VirginTrader Limited. I also work with ElliottWave. The two products that these two companies provide are known as VirginTrader and the ElliottWave Forecaster. Today what I would like to talk to you a little bit about is selecting which futures contracts months to use during your day trading or position trading, I suppose. Futures compared to stocks is logistically more challenging. For example, take any given stock. There's only one symbol for Intel. There's only one symbol for Google, and so forth. Whereas in the futures arena, there could be up to 12 different futures contracts for any different symbol that you choose. What I have displayed right now is a generic spreadsheet that has some futures contract specifications that illustrates this. For example, in this top section, we have the currency futures, the Australian dollar, British pound, Japanese yen, and so forth. And the contract months that are traded are designated as H, M, U, and Z for most of these. In the futures arena, well, for instance, going back to stocks, if you were to use a stock Intel, the symbol for that is INTC. Whereas in futures, if we wanted to look at, say, gold, the symbol for gold, there would be multiple golds. It starts with GCJ2, where GC is the designation for gold, J is the contract month, and the number 2 denotes the year 2012. So here is the lookup table, if you will, for contract month designations. F is January, G is February, and so forth. So you can see in the case of this gold contract month of J2, that would be for the April contract. So first of all, every individual futures instrument that you could trade is going to have its own contract specs, and part of the specs is an indication of which contract months are available. Alright, so the big question is, which one do you use? Well, I like to use volume as my primary decision criteria. The reason for this, well, there's a few reasons. It's quick and easy to find. It provides a data-based criteria for making the decision, and as a general rule of thumb, many people like to use volume as an indication of liquidity, where typically the greater the volume is in general, the better liquidity you will experience, as well as the more reliable chart patterns tend to be, for example. Yes, there's other things that could be factored in, such as bid-ask and so forth, but that's typically more important when you come to the act of actually trading. So right now we're focused on selecting which contract month. And so what I'm effectively doing is picking the months with the highest volume. And over the long term, this has served me quite well. So how do you get this information? I like to use well, the vast majority of our clients, for instance, the overwhelming majority, have a real-time e-signal data subscription. And so if you have that, you're able to look at volume quite easily from within e-signal. There's a couple different ways you can do that depending on the type of subscription you have. Using your straight up Premier or whatever subscription, you could go create a custom page, and in there you could create a custom quote board. And this is good. The one gotcha is it will be limited to the exchanges that you've subscribed to. For example, CME Globex or ICE or Eurex, or whichever ones NY bot that you've subscribed to, which if those are the only symbols you're trading, then it will have everything of interest. If you were curious about doing research to see about other contract specs that might be tradable, one thing I've done in the past is use the eSignal on-demand service, and you can subscribe to either all regions or just one region like the North Americas, and then that gives you access to every symbol in that region for delayed data, which is really good for this kind of research. So what I'm showing at the moment is a custom page that I've been using for quite a long time. On here I have a quote board, and you can see that this, as an example, at the top here I have in no particular order, here's the YM contract, which is the E-mini Dow. I have what looks like 5 symbols loaded. There's a continuous contract, or pound F. There is the March, June, September, and December contracts. And as I was saying, I like to rely on volume and pick the month with the highest volume. Right now we are at this particular month of the year and this particular time of the month, there are quite a few contracts that are experiencing what we refer to as rollover, where people are transitioning from one contract month to a further contract month out there in the future. So if you look at the volumes, for example, today on the March contract, or H2, the volume was 48,500, whereas the June contract was 107,000. And if we were to actually pull up the charts, we can see that the average volume for quite a while has been close to 100K contracts per day, and in the last several days it's really ramped down. Yet if we go look at the the June contract, we can see that the volume is picking up just at the same rate as it was dropping off on the previous contract. So this is what it looks like as people make the transition from one month to the next. So it's after you see this happen that you want to start personally considering moving contract yourself. Now, it's not always the case that you want to move over right away. For example, all the currencies right now, we still want to stick with the current month. If we go look at here, like the Australian dollar, we can see that the March contract today had 141,000 contracts traded, whereas the June contract month was only 25.9. That's over 5 times the volume from the current contract month versus the next contract month. You'll see similar ratios here. On the British pound, 101 versus 28. On the Canadian dollar, 76 versus 15, and so forth. So it's not just because a particular date is rolling around that you want to automatically switch from one contract month to the next, but rather you want to actually take a look at the volumes. And this is a quick and easy way to do that. And like I say, I typically choose the one with the highest volume. This is available to you for free in eSignal. All you have to do is go, you can create a new page if you want, then you'd create a new quote window, and then you can go start adding symbols, whatever you're interested in. It automatically populates it with the data. You can go reformat the rows and colors and all those kind of things to suit your liking. For our clients, the users, the people who use VirginTrader and ElliottWave Forecaster, we provide collections of symbols that we call a watch list. And inside that watch list we have multiple time frames, and we strive to make sure that that watch list is populated with the most appropriate month to engage for trading. So that's really convenient for our customers. These updates are, well, on the back end it happens by person, but then the updates are pushed out to all the clients automatically. So it makes it a lot easier on you, and you don't have to actually maintain a list on your own. That said, there's many people who also like to maintain their own list for couple of reasons. Perhaps the most common reason would be because you wanted to trade additional symbols or time frames that aren't in the default watch list. And so, or maybe you just like to control your own destiny. It's up to you. I'm simply showing you a couple of ways you might look at this, and it's not too hard to do. Making a quote page like this in eSignal, it's kind of fun. It's kind of easy. It's a great learning experience. I'd really like to encourage you to give it a whirl. And so there you have it. So basically, deciding which contracts months to trade isn't all that difficult, but it is an additional part of the overhead work that comes with the futures territory. The key to simplifying the process is to have a process. And what I've shown you here is just an example. It's not the only way, and I'm not even saying it's the best way, but it's served me well for over 10 years, and so I just thought I'd share that with you. All right, thanks for watching, and I wish you the best in all of your trading endeavors.